Hey,
Welcome back to our channel. I'm Shaleia.
my name's Jeff.
And today we're talking about twin flames and obsession, or what was it? Or obsession?
Is it twin flames or is it an unhealthy obsession?
Unhealthy obsession. So before we move forward in talking about this topic, which I think is really important to discuss, is we're going to refer to the Webster Dictionary definition of obsession, because I'm sure in many respects we all know what obsession means, right? Like to constantly fixate or think about something, but I think it's important that we're all very clear and we're on the same page, because some people have different definitions or sometimes they miss the mark. But let's talk about what's the agreed upon definition and of obsess or obsession. It is this: a persistent, disturbing preoccupation with an often unreasonable idea or feeling. So, I think that basically covers it. I have to agree. It's a persistent, disturbing preoccupation with an unreasonable idea or feeling. So basically, is it really unreasonable to think about your twin flame? Obviously, this is about when you're not really in harmonious union, right?
Right.
I mean, well, why would you need to obsess if you're, But is it okay to think about your twin
Is it safe?
flame?
Is it appropriate?
Is it safe?
Is it divine?
Is
Is
it-
it in alignment?
Right.
Is it sustainable? Is it going to benefit you and your twin flame and others? To be constantly thinking about them, be constantly involved in this idea of them. Well, yes, that's absolutely. In a way, absolutely. Like a great scientist would, so-called obsess over the concept they were trying to solve or resolve. Like, could you imagine Einstein, thinking about his theory of relativity, and then just the major obsession that he would have had over his
Right.
work to come to this beautiful divine conclusion of E equals mc squared. Well, oh my gosh, like there's so much profound impact from the result of that work, and it's
Right.
beautiful and it's divine, it's truth.
I think where what I want to talk to is kind of the flip side, where maybe obsession can be unhealthy regarding your twin flame, is when it's actually counterproductive and counterintuitive to actually getting into your harmonious twin flame union. Like before Jeff and I were in union, and I was I was focused on my spiritual work. I wasn't obsessed with my twin flame, despite the fact that I didn't even know him at this point in time. I was like, well, my goal is this. My goal is harmonious twin flame union. God, what is it that I need to do to get there? Please show me the way. I humble myself at your feet. I am ready to receive the support I need to get into harmonious union. Please enlighten me and show me the way to my perfect life of love. Those were literally my words. And there was, met my spiritual teacher, who gave me the spiritual tools that we share with you in our work that got me into my union. But I wasn't obsessed with my twin flame as a person. I was really focused on doing the work that I needed to do to get there. But what can happen is some people, they may just focus on their twin flame and negate the fact that they actually need to do the work spiritually of loving themselves to get their twin flame. But you have to do it from a real place of love within, and developing the so-called twin flame within, unifying love within yourself, and not just doing it to get something, like doing it to get my twin flame, but doing it to have a real relationship with God. And because
So what's unhealthy is you putting all this energy into something, expecting something in return.
pressures your twin flame too, and it's a
Pressures
very
you,
repulsive energy.
Right?
It's not attractive.
God doesn't arrive in that energy.
Right.
God arrives in an open heart and with unconditional love,
Right.
unconditional acceptance, not expecting something in return. Now you can expect, when you give love, you'll receive love. But how you receive that love, what that love looks like when it comes back to you, it's not your business.
Right. Sometimes that love that you're receiving from your twin flame is a definite boundary. We just did a video on this, I believe. Like,
Yeah.
it is a definite boundary. That is love until you figure out the actual right steps to get into your union and not just bulldoze your way
It's
to
not
your
like
twin
the old
flame
relationship
space.
paradigm. You
It's
can't get
not.
in that way.
No.
There's no doorway there because the door is in another place. And you find that other place within. That's the gateway to your harmonious union. It's not
Right.
outside of you. You can't pull your old relationship tricks and get into harmonious union. You'll get an old relationship, even if it's with your twin flame and they agree to all the bullshit that you're spewing. You're not going to get into union because you haven't found them within you. Once you find them within you, you'll find their heart to be open outside of you, all around you. The gateway is within. It's within, it's within, it's within. It really is only within. I think I offered, our YouTube audience $1 million for someone who could find it first without. You won't. That $1 million is as good as, gold. It's never going out of my pocket to you. It's never leaving my pocket because I know the truth. That's how we got here. You'll spend an eternity trying to prove me otherwise, and you won't. Because I know the truth. And the truth is always right. And I align myself with what is always right, what is always true, what is always consistent. The truth is, you're going to find your union first within.
Right. When you align with God, you align with truth. And when you align with truth, you have the luxury of being right all the time. It's true.
Yeah. Some people get mad at us and they say, well, you got to be wrong sometimes. No, I'm literally never wrong. Because I'm literally always aligned with truth.
Yeah.
No, I don't always see the whole picture. I mean, that'd be absurd to profess because the picture always keeps getting bigger.
Right.
But I know the picture as I'm shown right now by all that is true.
In the moment, exactly.
And then everything I do, every action I take is true and aligns with truth and is fruitful. Every single action, every single word, every single thought, every single choice is fruitful for me. And fruitful for all because it's all aligned with truth and that's the natural, expression of God. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, okay. I thought you had more to say, but anyway, yeah. So we just wanted to kind of bring awareness to this whole, twin flames and obsession business because, we can understand that it can be extremely easy and tempting to fixate on your twin flame.
Awkward. Don't drive creepily by their house. Don't, creep through their Facebook every day. Don't be a creep. A creep's a creep, no matter who it's with.
Right, it's true.
But if you're using this as a spiritual lesson, maybe you read the text they sent you every day to fuck off. And you're like, what is here? I don't get it yet. Find the meaning in it. That's fine.
Right.
Look for the lesson. Look for the understanding. Seek awareness. Seek truth. Seek only truth, and that's all you will find. And that will lead you forward.
Right, and just as a side note, stay in alignment with the law, please. When it comes to this whole obsession thing.
The law is generally pretty aligned with the truth. It's built on thousands and thousands of years of trial and error of people saying there's something not right about this, and lots and lots and lots of energy of people seeking justice and truth. And generally the law is going to help you. It's not going to do anything for you outside of you, but it will provide a pretty clear boundary in general. So don't do anything illegal.
Right, or when you're kind of riding that line or starting to ride that line where, like your twin flame is within their rights to call upon the law if that's what they feel they need to do to get the point across to you that what you're doing is not working it's not attractive, it's very repulsive. And you need to look within, love within, and I don't know, maybe focus on your life purpose, focus on loving yourself. I mean, the way that you're going is clearly not the way if it's not getting
through
you the
neediness.
results. Right.
The neediness is what you're really getting to. Is it okay to be really needy about my twin flame? No, it's not. That will not get you anything. That'll get you more boundaries and separation from your good. You don't need your good.
Exactly.
If you were trying to get into a relationship with your good, you act all needy about it. I need you so much. I just want to tell you how much I need you. Great. I just want to tell you how much I want you to get the fuck away.
Right.
That's what you'll get. What you get is, I just want to, I don't just want to. I'm communicating how much I feel for you, how much love I have for you.
Right, like on a microcosmic scale, I mean, there's definitely been times where I've been very whiny and needy in the relationship because, you know, I've been doing some very deep father healing because I, you know, was abandoned, you know, from birth by my father. And so to have a man around that actually loves me and actually is in an interdependent relationship with me and actually supports me, like, wow, that is such a contrast from the men that I knew growing up. And so, you know, when I'm going through upheaval in regards to healing this father business, yeah, there's definitely been times where I felt like really needy and I whine and I'll just want to, you know, cuddle and that's all I want to do. But I mean, it's one thing to like ask for what I need out of love, and then it's a whole other thing to want Jeff around because I think it's gonna make me feel better. It's
Key
not.
distinction to make here.
Yeah, it's not. He doesn't make me feel better. It doesn't make me feel anything. You know. I mean, you know what I mean by that. Like, I'm responsible for how I think and how I feel. And so when Jeff has put the boundary on me, it's like, you know, you need to go into the bedroom and you need to love yourself here. Like, I can't do it for you. It's very true. You know, like, it's not his job to love me for me. It's not his job to heal me of my wounds and my upsets. I mean, he's doing that by just being himself and naturally loving me. But the deep healing work, I mean, I gotta do on my own. That's between me and God. That's not between, it's not me, Jeff, and God. You know, and the same is true. Like, I don't want to always be involved with his deep, heavy healing stuff. Like, that's not what I'm necessarily for. I'm there to reflect and mirror. I'm there to love you and support you, but I'm not here to be his crutch. You know, I'm not here to be, you know, his needy, clingy thing, vice versa. You know, it's just not very attractive. What is attractive is that Jeff stands on his own 2 feet, that he claims responsibility for his life and his emotions, that I know regardless of whether or not I'm in his life, he's going to choose to be happy and live a joyful life, knowing that he's already innately complete and whole, and that his focus is more on his relationship with God, and that his relationship with God is above his relationship with me. That provides a lot of relief in my life. And honestly, I wouldn't have married Jeff if God wasn't his first priority. You know, and I know the same with him. You know, we got our priorities straight, so that's why we're together.
So is it healthy to obsess over your twin flame? Well, the definition says, you know, obsession is unhealthy. So let's redefine what we're delineating here, what we're, you know, drawing, differentiating from. One is fear-based, not okay.
Right.
Neediness, trying to get something outside of yourself, trying to bargain, trying to communicate your neediness to another, trying to make them know how needy you are. That will always result in distance, in space, in them go away, and them say fuck you, or in them trying to take something from you in return. Them go away and say fuck you, that's someone who's more mastered. If you're really needy and they come back with neediness, well, someone who's not quite as mastered. Okay, you hope for the one who runs away, because that's the more powerful person. That's the more loving response. Not, oh, I'm so needy. Oh, good. Now I can take from you. Right? Don't want that.
Yeah.
And the contrast is the truth. Is love. Is, you know, I have so much passion and love for this person, and I'm just going to unconditionally give love to this person. Then you get it. And then you can have your union. Unconditional love is a prerequisite.
Right.
You're not going to get unconditional love from someone before you give it. Simple law of attraction.
Unconditional love is also another brilliant way of saying no expectations. You know, like,
I'm going to give it to you, and it's free, and in the giving, I am complete.
Right.
And if you don't want to give me back, I don't give a fuck, because I'm going to keep loving you.
Right.
I'm going to love you till, you know, until my end. And if that never comes, I'm going to keep loving you.
Right.
That's the attitude that both of us has in our harmonious union.
Right.
And that's the attitude that you must have in getting into your harmonious union.
Exactly.
Your twin flame's not talking to you, Time to start learning unconditional love.
Right, and releasing expectations and attachment of your twin flame. It doesn't mean release the desire to be with your twin flame. Well, no. Two very separate things.
Mm-hmm.
But release your attachment and your expectation of your twin flame being with you, and you will experience your twin flame desiring to be with you, because that's a very attractive energy that you're putting out.
And to answer this in one final way, it's this. Can I love my twin flame too much? Can I put too much focus on our relationship? Hell no. Hell no. So thanks so much for watching. Please like our video, share it if you think it's good stuff. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet, and also check out the box below for some really juicy resources we put out to help you on your twin flame journey. Thanks so much for joining us.
Sounds good. See you guys.